All right, Ash, weren't you telling me something about your neighborhood? Something that happened this weekend?
Literally, like 2 days ago. What the fuck was going on? 2 days ago, I live in a fucked up neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
Podcast's doing great, not that well. But so I'm like chilling on my couch, having a good time, laying down with my cat, and all I hear is bop, 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 bop. I'm like, oh shit. Like, I don't know why it's exciting. It's like scary.
It is exciting. Yeah.
Like, oh shit, niggas are shooting.
It depends on how close it is.
Well, I live on the 3rd floor, so I'm like, I get to just watch down and just duck. But so niggas were shooting as I said, and I'm sitting there like, oh shit, I wonder what's happening, and I hear just like 30 people, just like it sounded like a crazy ass like war going on. I'm like, oh shit, some shit's going on outside. So I actually get up, poke my head out the window to see what's going on, and like I can't see it all because it's like on the
great survival instinct, by the way. Get my head outside. Yeah,
I'm here.
Yeah.
And if anybody wants to shoot,
yeah.
I look, but like all the actions like happening like 150 feet like on the corner, and I see just rowdy, and I'm like, oh shit, what's happening? I'm like, is the shit still going off right now? And I see cops pushing dudes back, like get back, and like all these hood New York 90s niggas. It's 3 a.m. These niggas dressed like a Wu-Tang video. I don't even know how to describe
They
it.
were older.
Old niggas. Yeah, it was a bunch of old niggas. They 3 a.m. on the block, and they screaming at the cops. They like, man, he was running, he was running. I'm like, oh shit, what happened? So I do what everybody does. I download Citizens app. And I become a nosy neighbor.
Oh no.
And that's when I found out. This is where I found out. If you want to, I don't know why all the racists are on Twitter and 4chan. Nigga, y'all could just move to Citizen app because that's where all the racists are. Bro, what happened was this guy slashed the dude in East Flatbush and then ran towards my neighborhood. Mm-hmm. Cops saw him running, shot him four or 5 times.
What?
Yeah, literally shot him in the back.
Oh my God.
And then all the people who were screaming who saw the cops shoot him were like, yeah, everything they were just screaming out were like, yeah, why? He was running. Like, he was running.
Exactly.
Running type shit. And like, y'all just got him in the middle of the street laying there. Ain't no room for, like, they were just screaming all types of shit. But, so I've just been checking the Citizens app.
Which is our newest sponsor, by the way. KAWPS, the podcast, sponsored by Citizens app.
A lot of good things happens on Citizens app, okay? People know dogs get found, but
sure, yeah.
I went to the comments.
You're really on there, huh?
Yeah, I am. But it's only because I found out how racist Citizens app was. I was like, let me see what my neighbors were saying. And I'll look at all the
They're comments. Like, you got moved in. What are we going to do about him? He's always sticking his head out the window.
No, they were like, dirty niggas. I've been waiting for something like this to happen. We've been needing this neighborhood cleaning up.
Wait, really?
Yes.
What the fuck?
And I live in a Jamaican neighborhood. So it's like, what the fuck? Who are these like... Blue Lives Matter like it was like 50 comments that are just like, you goddamn right, as it should be in America. And I'm like, this ain't like Nebraska or your granddad's Facebook. This is like my street.
Well, so do you think it was white people, or do you think it's like black people, that like the type of minority who's like, well, I'm one of the good minorities, I'm not like one of the bad minorities?
I genuinely, I feel like it was I feel like it was racist cops going on there.
Because it was, or like FBI agents.
I think it was both. I think it was like the pick me niggas, the coons, who were just like they're like, oh yeah, it's about time we need somebody to clean this neighborhood up. There's always because it's always shit going on. And then there's the I think there's average people who are like, man, I don't fucking. Can we get somebody to clean up this neighborhood? Like the grandma who just doesn't have to want to deal. And then there were absolutely 100% fucking Aiden Ross to Andrew Tate Twitch stream comments going on where it's just like, and this is why monkeys don't need to be in Brooklyn. You're like, what the fuck?
You're like, what the heck, Citizen app?
Yeah.
I just came here to report crimes.
Neighbor Flowerbed 6852 said, these monkeys need to get out. You're like, what? So that's I just,
You're like, after I'm done liking this comment, I am gonna report it.
I was just blown away. I thought Twitter was racist. I thought like it had all the neo-Nazis.
Yeah, no shit. Citizen app is racist, bro. What the fuck are you thinking?
I didn't think about it that much. I did not give it that much thought at all. I just was like, I want to see.
I love the KAWPS app is a little.
It was like it only fucked me up because I live in a Jamaican neighborhood, Caribbean neighborhood, and like the comments I'm assuming are in my neighborhood, and so it was about this incident, and they were all just like, I would say a solid 75% of them contained the N-word, and I don't think they were all N-words.
Well, that's a problem. To me, I'll be the first to say
the people saying like they were all right.
All right, well, let's start our KAWPS the podcast sponsored by Citizens app.
It is not. I don't know if we can legally say that. I don't think we're allowed.
Oh yeah, all right. Well, legally it's not. Whatever.
Yeah.
Let's start the show. Welcome to KAWPS, the podcast. We cover all the, insane police news that's not getting covered enough. And we try to make it somewhat not a nightmare to listen to.
We snitch on cops.
Yes.
The podcast.
Yeah. Or not even the snitches are doing the real work out there.
Actually,
we're like aggregating the work of the real brave snitches out there on the cops.
We're snitch reactors.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Twitch reactors. Yeah. We're snitch reactors.
Snitch react. That was good. So we start every episode with a headline roundup, just to get you a little bit of a picture of what the cops have been up to these last 7 days. So let's start. First off, jail cops in Georgia empty a can of bear mace into an inmate's cell and then lock him in a box outside in the heat until he dies. R.I.P. Juan Ramirez.
Cop in Lockland, Wyoming, fatally shoots a man who was apparently unarmed. R.I.P. Samuel Mumyaruti.
Cops in Phoenix were filmed dumping a distressed and bloody man on the side of the road and then driving off.
Jail cop in Alabama arrested for having sex with an inmate.
Cop in Denver arrested for domestic violence.
Cop in South Bend, Indiana, who was arrested for domestic violence, is arrested again for violating the restraining order.
Cop in New Orleans is charged with stalking.
Cop in Allentown, Pennsylvania, is charged with a dozen new sexual assault charges.
New sexual assault charges.
A dozen?
Cop in Island Heights, New Jersey, charged with sexually assaulting volunteer firefighters during their training.
All right, cop in Claremont, California, charged with sexually assaulting a woman while on duty.
Cop in Oklahoma charged with sexually assaulting a woman while on duty.
Cop in Sardis, Mississippi, charged with enticing a child.
School cop in New Orleans charged with soliciting a minor.
Cop in Delaware convicted of soliciting a minor.
Cop in Annapolis, Massachusetts charged with child sex abuse.
Cop in Steuben County, New York, charged with child porn.
Jail cop in Oswego County, New York, charged with child porn.
Cop in Needham, Wisconsin, charged with child porn.
And lastly, cop in Wichita, Kansas, pleads guilty to child porn.
Damn.
Yeah.
I almost thought they were good this year. I thought when I saw enticing, I was like, that seems. When I saw enticing a child, I was like, all right, well, they're backing up. No.
Yeah, I mean, you like a nice, like, enticing meal,
the fuck?
You know?
What does enticing a child mean?
It means what it sounds. It means, okay, I'll tell you what it means. It means that he was texting with a child and sexualizing it and basically grooming a child.
Who are these niggas that be splitting hairs legally? Like, who is this lawyer?
You have to split hair. Like, that's the whole point of the law is you got to be specific.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, sure.
I tried to do like what he's literally charged with, but yeah, basically grooming. He was grooming a kid through texts. So yeah, fun stuff.
Yeah, fuck all them splitting hairs. If I ran the law, I'd just be like, ew, gross, jail.
If Ashton ran the law.
900 years.
So, that was, those were the headlines, at least the ones that we were able to find over the last week. We got a good episode for y'all today. In our main episode, we'll be covering a prankster police chief terrorizing his officers We got cops attacking disabled people. We got cops shooting up elementary schools. And lastly, we'll be covering a real tragic and disturbing death. We covered it in the headlines of a Georgia state prisoner.
Yeah, and for our Patreon viewers, the people who pay that extra $5, you guys, today on our Patreon episode, we'll be talking about how America's favorite modern propaganda TV show, First 48, led to an innocent man being locked up for 15 years. So stick around. You're definitely going to want to hear that story, and yeah.
Yeah, please, $5 a month gets you pretty much 4 bonus episodes a month. We do bonus episode every time we record just for the Patreon. And while you're listening, please give us that 5 stars. That really helps us out, and we really appreciate that. That being said, let's start the episode. We're starting in Hudson County, New Jersey. Reading from NewJersey.com. I'm going to just say it right now. This article is a doozy. 5 police officers in North Bergen said they plan to sue their police chief, Chief Robert Farley, over his alleged behavior. The list of complaints ranges from a pattern of ongoing pranks, like putting ink on door handles, setting off car alarms, or leaving crumbs on cops' desks, to much more serious allegations of using racial slurs, spiking the office coffee pot with Viagra and Adderall, and sending sex toys to an officer's home. So we got a little bit of a prankster on our hands, huh?
I like how what he considers pranks. He's like, crumbs.
Those are pranks.
I put saran wrap on the toilet paper. Nigger. Prank. I pranked you, bro.
Yes.
It's just a prank, bro. What the fuck?
The article they justify their use of the word prank in the first sentence, right? Like ink on door handles. All right, that's a prank.
Classic.
Very early on in this, you're going to see is a long article. The use of the word prank really gets stretched. So let's keep going. Quote, "I've never seen anything like this in my life," said Patrick Toscano, the attorney who filed the claims on behalf of the police officers. The officers say Farley's toxic and abusive behavior had been ongoing since soon after he became chief. He has been with the department for 26 years, and both his father and grandfather served as deputy chiefs. Some of the officers say they've reported Farley to the Attorney General's office and that a state investigation is underway. Michael F. Duran, 59, worked as a special captain with administrative duties assigned to Farley's office in 2023, according to court documents. Quote, "Chief Farley chases me around his office," Darren wrote in his notice. Quote, "After cornering me in the filing area with no further room to retreat, he sticks a hypodermic needle through my jeans into the tip of my penis."
What? You got AIDS. Prank, bro.
Prank.
What?
Pranked ya.
I pranked you. Give you AIDS. Prank. What?
This
hypodermic needle.
I would say that we've been doing this podcast for a few weeks. That's the craziest sentence I've read in my life, bro. In the tip of his penis.
That's not a prank, dude.
Gotcha. Gotcha again. Chief prankster strikes again. Darren wrote. Hold on. Darren wrote the needle drew blood, and that he was further humiliated when he had to explain the injury to his wife. When another officer filed a notice of intent to sue the department, Farley allegedly blamed Darren for giving the officer information that could be used against him. Okay, now let's go back to this needle in this man's penis. That's, I would say that's inappropriate behavior from a superior at work.
What? How is that a prank? How is that a prank? You shanked the man in the dick with a fucking heroin needle?
And more that drew blood. You stole his dick blood from him.
Explain that shit to his wife.
Yo,
baby, you have to believe me. Police Chief Wiggum, whatever the fuck is that. That's crazy.
Yeah. I would not explain that to my... If my wife would be like, "Hey, what's this red bump doing on your penis?" I'd be like, "Oh, well, you see, the chief of police, I'm cheating on you. I had sex with another woman and I have an STD now.
Herpes. It's definitely 100%. Don't ask.
I mean, I truly can't imagine, like, how to forcefully draw blood from someone's
dick, the tip of the
dick. I imagine, okay, he's cornered. You're probably just like, please stop, please put it away. He jabs you in the dick, and then like once you feel that there's a needle in your dick, you gotta I imagine you just freeze up because you don't want to move, right? And then he draws blood. He's removing blood. Like, I guess, maybe it's not worth it to spend so much time on the details of this one part.
Have shot niggas for less.
Yeah,
for much less.
That's a great point.
You like cigarettes, Lucy's.
Yeah.
You kill people. A nigga stabbed you in a dick. Look, I'm not here for violence or here to advocate murder. But like, I'm not gonna say you should have shot the nigga. But damn, you ain't.
No, I think you should shoot someone for doing that.
Stab you in the dick with a
that is not a controversial statement. That's a very agreeable statement.
Pull the bow. What do you mean?
Yeah.
In your dick.
Yeah.
What kind of
That'll definitely, you won't go to jail for that. That's stand your ground if I've ever heard. Shooting someone for putting a needle in your dick.
He stabbed me, like stabbing him in the dick is one thing. With a hypodermic needle escalates the sentence so much, like the situation. Bro.
And then drew blood. He's stolen blood from you.
Did he have a nurse's mask on when he did it?
He's clearly got the talent.
Bro.
You ever getting blood drawn and the nurse is like struggling to find the vein to draw blood? This dude's like a ninja with it.
He found the dick vein in me.
That's where he should be spending his talents at. Clearly.
I hit the vein. Calm down. That's crazy.
My God. And this is just like literally this is just not even the beginning of this article. So we got to move on. Quote, from this point on, the chief creates a hostile work environment. Yeah, shit, dude. From this, and then from after that, it got a little strange.
We got a little tension in the office. Fucking Dennis the Menace ass police.
The chief would shave his body hair on people's property, their persons, and their food, Darren wrote. Quote, he was also fond of scraping fluids from his underwear. Onto people seated in the chief's office.
How do you scrape fluid?
Yeah, it's completely disgusting. It's like this is one of the grossest shit. I mean, this is like trigger warning for this is nasty. This is just disgusting.
Yo, some of the craziest sentences have been written.
Yeah.
He scraped fluid from his underwear.
Yeah.
What kind of fluid was being scraped from his underwear?
Yeah. Yeah.
This nigga is horrid.
Disgusting. Yeah. This is like one of those, there's like people who are like gross people. And I mean that like, okay, like I'm sure like there's different like people who, ever since like elementary school, there's the kid who is just loved being the gross kid. Is that what this is? I'm trying to like wrap my head around this behavior.
Savoring my scabs.
Exactly.
Put him in a sandwich. Would you like a bite?
Is that this or is it something else? I don't know. I guess there's probably no use in trying to, figure this out. But let's go on. 4 other officers filed allegations against Farley. Darren's son, Detective Michael A. Darren, Lieutenant Alex Guzman, Officer Rashid Siam, and Officer Christopher Bowen. They each detailed various complaints of harassment, sexual misconduct, discrimination, and retaliation. Detective Darren said he witnessed Farley dump a handful of Viagra and Adderall into a coffee pot.
Oh my God.
Stirring the pills until they dissolved, and then waiting for someone to drink a cup. In the corner, just like,
looks like you're gonna have to put that bad boy in a legal chokehold. I've been waiting to say that. That's why I made the Viagra coffee. You're just doing it for puns. You're gonna have to use excessive force on that thing. What the fuck kind of weird ass?
Yeah. Adderall and Viagra. So not only you're very focused on your horniness at the moment.
Crazy.
After that, Darren said he would get his coffee from a K-cup machine. Yeah, no shit. I will be going to the Keurig as well after that. But the thing is, he does have access to syringes, so he could be poisoning the K-cups too.
Oh, yeah,
this man is an evil genius.
Yeah, he might be putting the Viagra in the fucking coffee to get everybody's dicks bigger, so he can have more surface level and a stab.
Yeah. That's how he was able to get the tip. He can see it from the outside.
Nigga didn't even realize.
Oh my god, dude! That you're weaving. I'm seeing that. It's all making sense now.
Yo, this nigga was diabolical.
Yeah, dude. We're putting together the bulletin board with the red lines as we speak in real time.
First, I'll spike the coffee with high grade medical grade levels of Viagra. Then,
no, and I'll give them Adderall to get their heart rate to go up, to pump their dicks full of the blood that the Viagra's already had. Oh my god, this guy is really good at what he does.
Yo,
shout out this.
He's just doing pranks. These cops, they're like reading these cops. It's so funny just reading them complain. And he fucking, like they're just complaining and shit. He replaced all our guns with toy guns. Every time I shot, I was in the middle of a gunfight and a fucking flag with a bang came out. One of those toy guns with bling.
Yeah. He replaced all our driver seats with dildos. We got to cruise around in dildos now.
Hi, I'm Deputy Chris Farley, and this is Jackass. Exactly. Welcome to Jackass.
Yeah, it is Chief Farley. So. He is doing justice to the Farley comedic name.
Damn, this dude is a minute.
So we gotta keep going. Where am I? Guzman claims in his notice that Farley, on multiple occasions, came out of the bathroom in his office, exposed himself to others in the room, and made inappropriate comments. Quote, Chief Farley has, on several occasions, pulled his pants down and defecated on the floor in front of his entire staff. Bro! How do people just write these sentences and then move on to the next sentence with another different sentence? Not about the sentence you just fucking wrote.
How did he have a next day at work? How did he have another day at work? Bro, you remember when you came in and you shitted on the court?
Yeah.
At my job, we allow dogs at the workplace until they shit on the carpet. Sure. Then that dog is not allowed at the workplays no more.
That's a great point.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And what do you mean? How does that? I just want to make a quick staff announcement. Does everybody pay attention?
Yeah. It was like, not again.
Oh, no.
Not another occasion of several that he's done this.
Fucking hands-on meetings. This nigga just...
Because, like, okay, we
No, this could not be an email. It just shits. It just shits.
Oh, my God. It's so much beyond, like, okay, like, taking a dump and, like, leaving it there for someone to find. The fact that he's, like, pulling his pants, like, he's going through the whole act of it in front of everyone. It's such a crazy power play to be like, I'm doing this right now, and y'all gotta watch me do it. You can beg for mercy, but I'm not gonna stop. I'm not stopping.
This shit is insane.
Several occasions. Yeah, bro. This is the craziest article.
He's the one cop I don't believe beats his wife. He's the one cop. He comes home and she's like, how's your day? It was fucking awesome.
Yeah. I was in a bad mood, but I think I got it all in my system. Yeah. I'm in a great mood now, babe.
I feel great.
Babe, how is your day going?
I can show up to you fully present.
He's just a great husband, a great father.
He's just getting all the evil out at work.
Yeah.
Gotta get the evil out.
Yeah. I left the home and I kind of had some rumblings in my stomach, but now I feel great. Now I feel great.
Dinner last night really left me disappointed, but after I got it out, that's so fucking crazy. Oh my God.
Oh God. All right. So this keeps going.
There's more.
We have to move on to the next fucking sentence. I mean, this is more. It's going to be a 10-hour long episode.
I forgot the last sentence was he pulled his pants down and shit at work.
Several occasions. Quote, he has also left feces on the bathroom floor. apparently with the intent of having someone unknowingly step on it. All right, little prank. That's pretty mild compared to the rest of this. Farley also allegedly was clogging the toilet with paper and other objects and defecating in waste baskets near the desks of other officers. I can't even read this. The notice says. So isn't it funny how that's mild? Like, this is like, oh yeah, of course he's doing that. Why wouldn't he be doing that? If he's defecating in front of them, it's kind of nice to just leave it as a nice little surprise. Guzman claims his family members were also subjected to Farley's harassment. So it goes to the families, extends to the families as well, after the chief sent sex toys, intimate lotions, and gay pride flags to his home. Quote, these items, which were opened by my wife. That's pretty funny. That's a good one. That's a good prank. That's a good one. Oh, these items, which were opened by my wife and seen by my children, have caused unnecessary distress. Hey, I would agree.
You know what? All right, yeah,
I would agree. Unnecessary.
That prank, all right. Sending gay sex toys to your friend's wife and kids.
It's so crazy. Who the fuck is this guy, dude? What the fuck?
I think we gotta kill the chief, bro. I
think we gotta defund the police. I think we got a problem in this country.
Everybody's mad when the police uses our funding on tanks and fucking weapons. What about good old fashioned pranks?
Oh God! Oh
Damn,
man!
This is how you use the police budget.
Yeah. I'm imagining the guy explaining the gay pride flag and the dildos to his wife. He's like, no, babe, I promise, it's the police chief. It's my boss. She's like, oh, the same boss put the bump on your penis. It's him again. I promise, babe. I swear to God, it's my boss. I know it sounds crazy.
This chief is just fucking with one guy.
No, it's the other guy. It's Officer Darren.
Oh, yeah.
This is Officer Guzman. Yes, let's keep it accurate over here. Among some of the other incidents of harassment the officers had to endure included placing hot sauce in a microwave, which essentially turned the substance into a pepper spray that permeated the office. I mean, that sucks too.
He hated these things. He wanted to.
This guy's evil, man. He's pure evil.
I don't know you can do that.
I don't like using that word. You know, we talk about the police, talk about like the phrase ACAB. You know, I'm like, no, I don't believe every cop is individually a bad person. I think it's just a systems thing. We need to fix the systems that create this. And you know, I don't think cops are like truly evil. Like as a blanket statement. But this man is evil. No, yeah, this is an evil man. This is a demonic devil man.
An altar to Henry Kissinger somewhere in his room. Just some evil. He just after he gets off, he's like, "Oh, praise Baphomet." This man is like, this nigga is like one of them 824 witches. Like you know, 824 movies where it's always like, "Let me guess, it's a demon," and it's like that's what this guy is. This guy's like a fucking occult summoned him.
This is some satanic ritualistic shit that he's doing.
Next season of what's that one show? True Crime. What's that one? True Detective.
True Detective. Thank you, Andrea.
The Yellow King. That's this nigga.
Yeah. Quote, I rushed to turn off the microwave as fast as possible, but the fumes spread from the chief's office throughout the entire police department so badly, the fire department.
That's like ISIS level of pranks, like where you gotta like Google like terroristic like ways to fuck with people. Like, did you know if you like shit they keep off the web? Like if you put hot sauce in a microwave.
One of the chief's pranks, he put a pipe bomb under my desk and killed me, and I'm dead now. And I thought that prank went a little too far, in my opinion.
Fuck.
So they call the fire department, vent the building, get the scent out. Which honestly, the chemical weapon, probably the least problematic thing he's done so far.
No, the sending the gay sex toys to the wife and kids. It's obviously funny.
Ashley was like, I like that one.
wrote that, like, they're 100%. If you don't think,
no, yeah,
there are like 3 ideas. I'm keeping in the tuck.
Yeah. I mean, bro, funny's funny. You know, at the end of the day, this is a comedy podcast.
My next show, I'm fucking shitting on stage. All right, several times.
He's an artist. Okay. He also put, this keeps going. He also put firecrackers under officers' chairs. Once ripped a television monitor off the wall and smashed it to pieces, and yanked a doorbell off a wall because he felt too many people were visiting the office. I mean, how?
What do you mean? The police department?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I'm just like, how can you endure so much at work?
Because they're like, God damn it. Qualified immunity. This guy he's turned it against us.
Well, it's like it's true. I think it's like the brotherhood of the police. It's like the thin blue line. It's like we got to protect one of our own, one of our brothers. Let's get on our knees and scrub this out ourselves because if he goes down, we all go down.
Yeah.
Eventually, they're like, I think he should go down.
Dude, I'm lightheaded.
Yeah,
I can't even.
And I'll say that there's more. Like, these are excerpts from the article. There's more. It's just it honestly just got boring. Just like it just keeps going on and on and on.
Oh my God!
And don't worry, we're about to cap this off here. Officer Siam Rashid, my man Rashid, claims Farley and other managers retaliated against him for being a whistleblower who cooperated with an internal affairs investigation over a hostile work environment and civil rights violations. Siam had told investigators that others in the department called him, quote, camel jockey and, quote, terrorist, and that a detective told him people of his heritage were responsible for the 9/11 attacks. So it ends on a little bit of a relatable note for me personally. Yeah. But, I've been there.
Anyway, if you want to catch Officer Farley, he will be on the next season of Impractical Jokers. They are, they are looking for a replacement.
They are. So he's got real Joe Gatto vibes going on over here. But like, instead of I think he is truly an impractical joker. Except instead of having like one of his lifelong friends in his ear telling him what to do, it's Satan. It's a demon. It's a demon. Yeah.
Cthulhu is just like
take a shit now. Do not break eye contact while you're shitting.
Secretary in the there are too many people calling the police line.
Buy a bigger dildo.
Make the needle. Don't wash that needle. Don't clean the needle. Use it again. He's just stabbing people in the dicks with dirty needles. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That guy needs a movie.
Yeah.
That guy, how we have not heard
that
about.
guy needs to, I'm no longer a prison abolitionist after this guy. That guy, let's just keep the whole system as it is just to keep this one guy locked away forever.
Or all the cops, we keep everything the same, but we just we clone this guy and make him the police chief of every department and just keep police under so much stress. Yeah. They don't have the time to harass the citizenry because they're
going to therapy.
They're being abused. They're being abused, and people should talk about it.
Yeah. They're developing empathy. They're like, I really didn't like being dehumanized in that way, and I just hope no one has to ever go through what I went through.
God, I'm sorry. 5 cops coming in, all having to like tell on him and be like, the police chief won't stop shitting. Okay, we can move on. I'm sorry.
We got to move on. We have to move on, unfortunately. And if you think we had too much fun with that last story, well, good news because fun's over.
We had way too much fun that last story. Why? Damn it. Well, obviously, the police aren't always fucking.
It's not always fun in games.
Yeah, they aren't the lollygaggers like Officer Farley is, because over in Phoenix, Arizona, the Guardian reports, Arizona officers beat a deaf black man with cerebral palsy was suspended. Goddamn. Let me say that again. Arizona officers who beat a deaf black man with cerebral palsy was suspended. The department's interim police chief, Michael Sullivan, announced that he had issued 24-hour unpaid suspensions to the officers who were involved in the arrest of Tyrone McAlpin last August, which was filmed on video. 2 of the officers will also be required to attend de-escalation training, Sullivan said. Let's get into the story. Last October, McAlpin's attorneys released video footage of his violent arrest, which occurred on August 19th outside a Circle K convenience store in Phoenix, Arizona. According to the police incident report, officers responded to a call about a fight in the store. ABC's 15 reports that the 911 caller said a white man was causing a disturbance in the store. The police officer, Harris and Sue, approached the man who claimed that he was assaulted while trying to stop someone from stealing a bike. The man proceeded to point to McAlpin, who was walking nearby, as the aggressor. So I'll just like try to sum that up. A convenience store,
because it is confusing. Yeah, because it makes no fucking sense.
A convenience store. A white guy's being belligerent in a convenience store. Cops get called. Cops come over. They go to the man who said the victim, the quote unquote victim, and I believe the victim points at McAlpin.
Yeah. So they hear that it's a white man. They talk to the guy who was attacked, and he points to a black man.
Yeah.
And they immediately brush over to him.
Oh, and so I'll continue the story. Body cam footage showed the officers approaching McAlpin in a parking lot where they ordered him to lie on the ground. In the police incident report, Harris wrote, his hands raised to deliver targeted punches at my face/head and multiple swings with closed fist at my head. Mind you, this is a man with, once again, cerebral palsy.
Yes. And always remember that this is, so far you've only read the police incident report.
Yes.
This is what the police are saying.
Yes. Harris also claimed that McAlpin had a fighting stance with his legs planted for stability and force delivery. And that McAlpin made it clear to me in that moment that he was not simply assaulting me in order to get away, but engaging in assaults to cause me harm and injury. Cops, do they not know disabled people? We've been through so many stories.
Yeah.
Where they just confuse a disability with force, I'm about to die. Literally confuse disabilities with, oh my God, I'm about to, with threats of violence. This guy he just described a man's cerebral palsy stance as, how do you say it?
Well, it's not even like, I think you're even giving them too much credit there, because if you watch the body camera footage, which you're about to... read the last part first, and then I'll say, because you're about to cover the body cam footage.
However, the body camera footage, as well as additional surveillance camera footage, showed Harris lunging out of his car first and charging towards McAlpin, who initially had his arms by his side. The body camera footage proceeds to show one of the officers saying, "Tase him," and while McAlpin is pinned to the ground, the officers stun him 4 times. The body camera footage also showed the officers punching McAlpin at least 10 times on the head and back. Last November, McAlpin filed a $3.5 million notice of claim against the city and the 3 officers who were involved in his arrest.
Yeah.
Damn, so they lied.
Yes, big time. And so another example of like these articles who report on this sort of news, making an effort to like try to be like fair and balanced and give both sides and not editorialize, but it's completely skews what is the reality if you actually watch the body camera footage. So Ashton, this is why I was saying that you're even giving them too much credit by saying that they failed in their assessment of this disabled man, because the reality is they did no assessment whatsoever. Like they basically pull up in a car and they open the door. Like they're by the time like they're still stepping out of the police car while yelling, "Get on the ground." And by the time they finish that sentence, he's already punching him in the head. Oh, shit, so they don't even make an effort to like look at this person. The guy pointed to a black man, like kind of in the distance. They just drive up, like it's like a gang. It's like he's getting jumped by a gang. They just pull up, pop out immediately, just start wailing fists on him and tasing him. And this yes, this is a disabled man, but they do it so quickly. It's almost like it wouldn't even have made a difference. He happened to be a deaf man with cerebral palsy, but they don't even give him a chance to react or do anything.
Just off of the guy being like him.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. What the fuck was that dude? What the fuck was he on?
Yeah.
Just being like, literally just pointing to a disabled man.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's so insane.
And he like judging by how he looks and stuff, it's like his cerebral palsy, like not I don't think it's necessarily the type where you would immediately clock it like from a distance.
I saw a picture of him. Yeah, he looked like I saw a picture. I'm not gonna say. I think I saw like a top down picture. Just like
he's not someone who's like you could immediately clock as being a disabled person, but just giving. He is deaf though, and so like they gave him a millisecond to. I wouldn't even say respond. They gave him no chance to respond, but they did before they started wailing their fists at him. There was a millisecond where they yelled, "Get on the floor now!" And even if he wasn't deaf, he wouldn't have had a chance to react to that. It was so quick, but he was deaf, so they yelled something at a deaf man who can't hear, and then just immediately started wailing on him. And again, this is not even like arresting him. This is wailing on him, punching him, and tasing him 4 times in the back while they're punching him. So it's like a gang jumping. Like they just pull up, jump out of the car, and just start beating the shit out of this guy.
Goddamn, dude.
And the kicker of all this is that this happened last year. I remember this story. The kicker is that now the new news, the update, is what has happened to these cops. What is their consequence? A fucking 24-hour suspension. 1 day suspension for this. Like, basically a stamp, might as well be a stamp of approval. Like, you can go on and do this and you'll miss out on 1 day of work. You get a day off.
Dude, and just like, while they're getting a day off for, first off, beating up a disabled man. But what about lying in the police report?
Exactly.
Like blatantly. Literally, his hand, how they describe this man with cerebral palsy is his hands raised to deliver targeted punches at my face and head, and multiple swings with closed fists at my head. Raised to deliver targeted punches at my. Come on, bro.
If it wasn't so infuriating, it would be hilarious. Like, it's completely absurd.
Targeted punch, like he's talking like he's like fucking you're doing a strike on Israel or some shit like that. Like the targeted. It's like, what do you fucking you tackled a fucking disabled guy? What the? Damn, and like that's so scary. Just being like a deaf, like being disabled, and like it's already hard enough. It's just really. Yeah, I should have known, obviously, but damn, it's just like even more dangerous. Yeah, to be like, it's not just hard being a disabled person; it's dangerous because you got fucking psycho cops out here who, if you're deaf and they give you an order and you don't listen to it because you're deaf, they'll just fucking react, and that's fucking terrifying.
And not to be a broken record about this story, well, we can move on after this, but just to add on to that, I would add on that. Not even showing how scary it is to be a disabled or a deaf man, just to be a black man. Because again, like I truly believe that it wouldn't have made a difference if he could hear, if he wasn't disabled. It would have had no difference. They gave him not even a millisecond to respond. They had already decided what they were doing as they were driving up to this person. So this could have been in my opinion, this could have been any black man. Regardless if this person was deaf or not, like it didn't matter if he could have heard the, get on the floor now, half a millisecond before the fist started raining down on him from the back.
Damn. It makes it just, honestly, what it makes me think of, and this is more of a jovial, not to get all lighthearted, but black people, we get to talk, which is like, the talk is when your parents sit you down and be like, police are going to fuck you up, all right? You're different, just from the color of your skin, they gonna treat you different. That talk, it's like, oh shit, now we gotta do the talk, but in sign language. We gotta get that shit. We gotta make sure we gotta do that in sign language too. For our disabled brothers and sisters. But fucking tragic ass story.
Yeah, with a just infuriating ending, like a fucking 24-hour suspension.
24-hour suspension.
So we got.
I hope that other guy got his ass beat just in life. Or like, I hope nigga. You don't ever buy comfortable shoes again. I don't fucking know. Yeah. Some bitch ass shit you did. Mm-hmm.
Moving on to a even more infuriating story. We're going to Telfair County, Georgia State Prison via WMAZ. And just a warning, this one is especially a rough one. When Juan Ramirez died at Telfair State Prison, the Georgia Department of Corrections listed his death as natural causes. He was only 27 years old, but a lawsuit filed by Ramirez's family argues there was more to the story. They say Ramirez was left to die in a fenced-in box in the prison yard as guards ignored multiple desperate cries for help. It was his first day back at Telfair State Prison, the lawsuit said. Ramirez had just gotten back from the hospital for suicidal ideation and was placed on a new medication. At 10:20 a.m., they said Ramirez was taken to the yard, placed in a 12 by 8'5" fenced-in box with no shade. The heat index on the July day Ramirez died, remember this is in Georgia, the heat index on the July Georgia day Ramirez died climbed to 105 degrees, the attorney said. Within 20 minutes of being taken into the yard, the lawsuit said, Ramirez told guards that he was overheating. Then, he asked to be taken off the yard multiple times, and his medication was causing him to feel sick. He said he was having trouble breathing, dehydrated, and he was too hot. Quote, at one point, Mr. Ramirez was crying and saying he felt he was going to die. His skin reddened and he sweated profusely. Then Mr. Ramirez stopped talking at all and could only moan. Although he told the guards about his medical problems and his condition clearly worsening, the guards didn't do anything, the lawsuit said. They say when guard Michael Polk asked his supervisor, Arlene Hunt, whether he should take him from the yard. According to the suit, she told Polk to keep Ramirez in the yard. Ramirez stripped naked, the lawsuit said, as his breathing became shallow and labored. The lawsuit says that the guards threatened to pepper spray Ramirez if he didn't get dressed. Then, as inmates pled for guards to do something, the lawsuit says, one guard responded, fuck him. If he dies, he dies. The suit claims it took until 3 p.m. for the guards to call the medical staff. On the morning of Ramirez's death, guards sprayed an entire can of pepper spray, adorned with a bear sticker, so bear pepper spray, into a cell, an entire can into a cell for failing to be ready for a cell inspection, the lawsuit said.
Whew.
So
if he dies, he dies.
Yeah.
I don't know
so
if you know
that man. Yeah, his name was Juan Ramirez. Rest in peace. But yeah, just I mean, it was hard just reading that.
Literal movie villain quotes. If he dies, he dies. Ivan Drago type shit. That is like, what the fuck? Like my thing is like he was like, yo, I'm feeling suicidal. He just got off suicide watch. And they were like, oh, you're feeling suicidal? Well, what if we put you in this cement Kleenex box?
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, what is fucking going on in our prisons where they don't even explain that? Like, what is this fucking box? They put him in a box outside? Like, what even is that?
Yeah. I mean, if it's saying the yard, the box was outside in the yard.
Yeah.
I mean, from what I remember in like just movies, it's a fucking box outside. It's literally a cement. It's like the box is literally exactly what it is. A cement box by yourself for isolation outside. That's from what I remember in movies. Now, I could be referring to something else. I might be talking out of my ass. But regardless, if it sounds exactly like that, putting him in a
something you would overheat in and die.
Yeah, and he's by himself and no one else is. It sounds exactly like that's what that was. He's by himself in a box that's overheating and he's like taking medication. That's like causing his body to react to.
Yeah, I mean, it probably expedited. Like this is something that someone would die in eventually, regardless. I would say, and
you motherfucking security prison, whatever the fuck prison guards want us to join your strike.
Yeah,
want us to support your strike so you can. What do you do more fucking murders and ignore more?
I mean, they told us that straight up in New York. They're like, we're striking because we want to do more solitary confinement.
That is, and this is what they're striking for.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, this is just one of those stories where it's like I don't even know what to fucking say.
Horrid. It's fucking.
It's just we
like it's truly. You know how evil you are when you let your Sims die. Like you have control over your Sim's life and you do fucked up. That's how they treat these prison guards. Like they treat them, they value their lives as much as I value my Sim's life. Meaning, wouldn't it be like, I'm going to take the ladder out of the pool. Now you're going to drown. Like it's like they don't care about these people in jail, because in America, as soon as you go to jail, we don't care about your rights or literally.
Yeah.
We just don't. You're no longer human.
Yeah.
People don't care about.
And the conditions are so terrible that it's like this sort of warlike environment. And, we all know the stories that come out of prison. It's like people are pitted against each other. People have enemies. And now, I don't want to make any assumptions here. I'm purely, speculating. But, a lot of times when these prisoners have, or these prison guards have prisoners die like this, they're doing it on purpose because they've decided they don't like this person. They might have had some history.
Dude,
and it's because of these conditions these hellish conditions creates these hellish relationships. And they fucking murdered this guy.
It felt intentional as fuck. That felt intentional. While reading it, so I was like, damn, this dude, of course, my movie mind kicks in. I'm like, I wonder if he had, beef with somebody. Or, these security guards, the prison guards were killing this dude on purpose. This felt way too intentional not for people to think that.
What? And, we just don't know at this point. And it's just absolutely, we read these stories because they felt like obviously they need to be known because this is just completely unacceptable and just almost unbelievable how crazy it is. But it's just this is we have this country that's so much opulence, so much wealth, but it's we also have this underworld going on right underneath all of our feet. Where shit like this is a regular thing, where it's not even making big national headlines.
We're talking about it on this episode, one podcast of this episode. This shit happens the mistreatment of prisoners like this happens all the fucking time. From that's all prisoners when people be coming out of jail. That's all they be talking about. Man, them prison guards are fucked up, and they eat shit like that. They watch horrors like this, where they literally fucking dehydrate, make a man fucking sweat to death or overheat to death. That's only some shit you can do in jail when no one cares about your life.
Yeah,
it's pretty fucked up society we got there. But
so rest in peace, man. Juan Ramirez. That's really just tragic and infuriating. So we got to end this. We got to round this out. And Ashton, you got this one. We're going to St. Louis County.
Let's go to St. Louis. Somewhat. Is this a funner story?
It is funner than that.
I'm traumatized from the last two
stories.
But all right, a former St. Louis.
Oh, I'm reading from
St. Louis County via KSDK.
Yeah.
A former St. Louis County police officer who is the son of a former top St. Louis County official was sentenced Thursday and will not serve jail time months after pleading guilty to firing shots at a 2023 elementary school Halloween event in Kirkwood.
So coming on hot in this article.
That is
firing shots at an elementary school and no jail time. It seems like something you might normally get jail time for. Firing shots at an elementary school.
That is. I always want to be saying awesome. That's not awesome, but that is insane.
It is definitely. I would agree. Not awesome and insane.
There's a word that I need.
Very, very well put.
Oh, good.
Great summary so far. That's not awesome, but it is insane. Agreed.
Judge Ellen Ribaudo on Thursday sentenced Matthew McCullough to a 25-year suspended sentence, meaning he will serve at least 5 years of supervised probation. The decision has left many parents and victims frustrated as they had hoped for a stricter punishment. Dozens of parents attending the sentencing, some in tears as they listened to the victim impact statements describing the terror of that night. The courtroom overflowed with emotions and tensions ran high as families expressed disappointment with the outcome. Court documents say at about 4:30 p.m. on October 15th, 2023, McCullough began harassing people during a trunk or treat event for Tillman Elementary students on the North Kirkwood Middle School campus. Hundreds of parents and children were present. McCullough aggressively approached several attendees and made statements such as, "You're all gonna die," according to the court documents. At one point, he threatened a woman whose husband then pushed him in the chest and shoved him to the ground.
Now, look, I just want to say, I'm no lawyer.
Yeah.
I'm not no professional prosecutor, but if you use the phrase, "you're all gonna die," in my opinion, that's somewhat of an incriminating statement that I would use in court against the person who said those words.
Your Honor, I would just like to defend my client. Technically, everyone here is going. No one specified.
Yeah, he was telling them to seize the moment. He's like, "Hey, y'all, you ever realize that life is beautiful and fleeting, and you should just enjoy every God-given moment we're given, because we're all gonna die,
right?
You're all gonna die.
You never know when it can happen. A few years, a few months, tonight." But I'll continue. Where was court? I got president.
McCullough fell.
Oh yeah, McCullough fell while surrounded by hundreds of children. Stood up, pulled up.
Because the husband shoved him because he was harassing his wife.
I'll reread it. Again, at one point he threatened a woman whose husband then pushed him in the chest and shoved him to the ground. McCullough fell while surrounded by hundreds of children. He stood up, pulled up his shirt to display a handgun and a badge, then began firing his weapon in an upward direction approximately a dozen times while shouting that the audience would die, according to court documents. No one was injured in the incident. We'll say that.
Thank God.
Yeah, but first off, it's just like, this is the problem. He's drunk at a kid's Halloween.
Yeah.
Bro, this is the problem. You can't make the kids function your function, first off. You can't be like, you get drunk at the kids' function. Don't do that. That's like, let the kids have fun. You be sober, like.
Yeah. Don't have too good of a time.
No, I don't think you should be getting drunk at the kids' Halloween party. Like, hey, dog, you going to Timmy's later tonight? Shit, I'm getting lit. Like, that's already your first.
I'm bringing the bottle. I'm bringing my gun. I'm bringing my badge.
Right. I got my booze, my Beretta. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah. I'm bringing my childhood trauma. I'm bringing all my demons and devils inside my head. Oh, it's going to be a great time.
Who's bringing the darkness? That dark cloud, I brought that. I just love it. I love how the article is also, it's written pettily a little, because not pettily, but like the point where it's like, McCullough he fell to the ground while surrounded by hundreds of children. Like, they were looking all like, boy! Like he had no choice but to shoot a gun in there.
Yeah.
Because I'm not about to get roasted by these teens. Bow, bow, bow. What are those? No one's making it out of here. But I'll continue the story. One mother, Jen Pruitt, shared in court how she spent 5 agonizing minutes searching for her son amid the chaos. It was the longest 5 minutes of my life, not knowing where my son was, Pruitt said. Months of therapy later, I still struggle with the fact that I ran to safety with one child while not knowing where my other son was. Damn.
You're
my new Timmy. That's crazy.
Damn, I didn't really process that sentence until now.
Saved another kid while not knowing. Fuck. Yeah, despite Matthew McCullough's tearful apology in court Thursday, many parents remained unsatisfied with his sentence.
What? He apologized.
I'm crying.
What more do you want?
If I had my gun, you're all gonna die. You don't accept my apology? You're all gonna die. This is tearful apology. Unsatisfied with his sentence, feeling justice was not served. I think that one of the overwhelming memories, just not knowing where your kids were, and parents just grabbing kids and throwing them into their cars and fleeing from the middle school. They're elementary school, kindergarten through 5th grade. I mean, these are elementary school, kindergarten through 5th grade. They don't have cell phones or watches. You can't just call your kid and figure out where they are, especially where they're hiding under a car in a parking lot, Stacy said. God damn. To know that this is how it's going to end with no jail time, probation feels like a big blow. One parent feared nepotism played a role in the sentencing, as McCullough is the son of former St. Louis County prosecutor Robert Bob McCullough and the nephew of current St. Charles County prosecutor Joe McCullough.
Wow.
Damn.
So the prosecutors are your family.
Damn.
Interesting. Interesting coincidence here. And I just want to point out that the first cop, Officer Poop, in the very beginning of our podcast, also was the son of a deputy chief, grandson of a deputy chief. So we got a little some police officer nepo babies in this episode going on.
Damn, that's like the
which is like you hate regular nepo babies in Hollywood, stealing, they'll take your writing job at SNL, and that's bad. Right. No one likes that. But, at least they're not shooting up elementary schools and stabbing you in the dick with a needle. So it gets much worse than nepotism in Hollywood. Nepotism police officers are the ones you got to watch out for.
My pappy was stabbing fellow police officers in the dick with this syringe, and now you'll be stabbing fellow police officers in the dick with this syringe.
Yeah. He only stabbed me in the dick and the syringe because his granddad stabbed his dick in the syringe,
He didn't even deserve that syringe.
Give me my blood back. Give me my blood back.
No, I just love that. Like, these kids went to this Halloween party dressed up as mummies, Frankensteins, monsters, ghouls, vampires. But they learned the real monster was that 45-year-old divorce guy in the corner. That's the scariest monster of them all. Yeah. Just divorced, drunk man, former cop.
The real monster is life.
Oh, yeah. Nothing's scarier than the demons in his mind. That's so funny. They're all dressed up. They're little Frankenstein. Running from this guy. Just man.
Shooting in the sky. You're all gonna die. They're like, I think you're on probation for that one.
There's something very strangely metaphorical.
Yeah.
Yeah, but well, guys, that's our episode. That's the episode. It was
ups and downs on this one. This was a roller coaster.
It was a real tragedy sandwich we had there.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
a lot of fun.
But,
I'm still lightheaded from the first guy. I will say that the first cop sustained me.
Yeah.
It's I have a throbbing vein on the
dude. Side. I'm like out of body. I'm like watching us record this right now.
I honestly couldn't even it was hard to do the other stories because my body's kind of exhausted.
Yeah. That was insane.
Him shitting in front of his coworkers.
And multiple times, like, he's doing it again.
And then just letting it happen. It's like, oh, God damn it.
It's like, please.
Stop.
Can you please not? Oh, my God.
But, all right. As y'all know, we go into the Patreon. So catch us over there, boys and girls. That's KAWPS the podcast.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
Peace.